5 strangers show up at a summer music camp, all chasing the same dream. Only one of them can win the prize that changes everything. So how do all 5 end up standing on the same stage? The movie begins as a bus rolls into Camp Rock, the famous summer camp where music legends are born. Sage Scott steps off glowing. She has waited her whole life to be here, and she is ready to win it all. But her brother Daisy barely says a word to her. Sage once broke up their band to chase a serious music school, so the two of them arrive as strangers who just happen to share a last name. They settle into the cabins, and Sage meets her bunkmate Rosie, a shy classical player who hauls her cello everywhere she goes. Rosie even calls it her emotional support cello, and she is only half joking. 2 more campers roll in. Cliff shows up with a dad begging him to practice self-control, which is clearly not his strong suit. And a hopeless Cliff instantly decides that Rosie is the girl of his dreams. Sage also meets Callie Banks, a sharp dancer with a huge heart. The whole camp is buzzing with talent and big dreams, but one camper is about to make everyone's summer a lot harder. Maddie sweeps in like a storm. She is a famous online influencer, and she brought her own crew of backup dancers. She is sure she runs this entire camp, and she really hates to lose. Meanwhile, a superstar band called Connect 3 has a serious problem. Their opening act just fell apart, only days before a huge sold-out national tour. Without an opener, the whole thing could collapse. The band is 3 brothers, and right now they can barely stand each other. Shane keeps drifting off to be a movie star. Jason is deep in dad mode with a new baby. And Nate is stuck refereeing them both.
Nuova band per aprire.
No, tu hai trovato la girl vibe e guarda noi stavolta, ok?
Qualcuno lo doveva fare, tu eri a fare la star.
Che? Io sono pronto a fare rock costantemente.
The brothers bicker about everything, even wearing matching stripes. Their comeback tour is literally called Reconnected. The irony is not lost on anyone, least of all their tired manager, Lark. So the band brings the whole search to Camp Rock, run by camp director Connie Torres. Her very first rule for campers lands like a bomb. No phones allowed all summer long. Connie reminds every camper that legends are made right here at Camp Rock. Huge careers started on this very stage, so the stakes suddenly feel very real for a lot of nervous kids. Then the campers get the shock of their summer. Connect 3 walks out onto the stage in the flesh. The whole camp completely loses it. Shane Gray lays out the big picture. Their tour is 30 cities and sold out everywhere. The only thing still missing is the perfect opening act, and they have come to find it right here. So Shane explains the deal. Over the next 2 weeks, there will be 3 challenges. Survive them all, and you earn a spot at the final jam, where you perform an original song. The winner opens for Connect 3 on that giant tour. It is the chance of a lifetime, and the campers go wild. But there is one small catch. Only one of them can take it. Then one last camper turns up late, and he makes an entrance nobody forgets. Fletch Robinson arrives at camp in a police car. Whispers say he came straight from a courtroom, and the rumors start flying. The camp squeezes Fletch into the only open bunk, right beside Cliff, a drummer with endless jokes and 0 off switch. Cliff cheerfully warns that he strikes at lights out. He is kidding. Probably.
Sceriffo.
Fletch, che c'è? Vado troppo... Prendi qui!
Late one night, Sage overhears Rosie singing all alone, and the girl is absolutely stunning. But Rosie panics the second she is caught. She swears it was only a breathing exercise, nothing more. Rosie insists she just plays cello, that she is the quiet foundation and never the flame. But Sage tells her the plain truth. At Camp Rock, even the shy ones end up singing, so something starts to shift in Rosie. She quietly marches to the office and signs up for the boldest classes she can find. Hard rock, songwriting, center stage. A hidden dream is finally waking up. Callie decides she will not compete at all, since dance is her real gift. Instead, she becomes Lark's not quite official assistant. Somebody has to keep all this chaos organized. Then the first challenge drops. Sing Connect 3 biggest hit, but make it completely your own. It is the first real chance to show Lark exactly who you are as an artist. Sage and Daisy clash again, this time over a practice room. Daisy still swears he is not competing. He just likes to play music, he says, not chase trophies. The first challenge kicks off, and camper after camper takes the stage. Some shine bright, some completely fall apart. Lark watches every single note, hunting for a real star. When it is finally Sage's turn, she stops holding back and truly makes the song her own. Her voice fills the room. Lark clearly sees a real spark in her.
There's no faking what you feel when you're music's in. I can hear it every day and every night.
Then Lark posts the list of who moves on. One hopeful camper bursts into happy tears. Another just bursts into regular tears. It is an emotional roller coaster. Here comes the twist. Daisy crashed the whole audition in a hoodie with no plan at all, and somehow he made the cut. His sister cannot believe her eyes. Daisy shrugs and claims he was only networking. Sage tells him to break a leg. He fires back that she should break too, for balance. Classic sibling warfare, Camp Rock style. Next up is a songwriting workshop with a special guest. It is Calvin Rhodes, a chart-topping star and a proud Camp Rock alum. He tells them great songwriting lives in the tiny real details. So Calvin sets a task. Interview a camper you have never met before. Skip the small talk, ask the weird questions, and find out what truly makes that person tick. Fletch gets paired with Sage, and he notices everything about her. The way her nose crinkles when she laughs. The way she cracks a quick joke to dodge anything real. Then Fletch does something bold. He spins those little details into a song about her, right there on the spot. The whole workshop goes silent. Even Sage is completely stunned. Sage admits she might be a little in love, in a way that will make a great song someday. But Fletch is her competition, so she tries hard to shove those feelings way down.
Bella canzone, non in modo serio, al punto di concentrarmi su uno che conosco da che potrebbe cambiarmi la vita.
Ti ok? E poi lo sapevo che gli piacevi, insomma, pronto?
Meanwhile, Callie pulls Daisy aside with some advice. Stop overthinking every step. Let the beat take over, and just have fun with it. It clearly plants a seed in him. That same night at the bonfire, Rosie decides to try something that genuinely scares her. Stepping fully into the spotlight, for real this time. It is not what anyone expects from her. Cliff, being Cliff, asks if her big secret is a crime. It is not. So instead, he offers a strange little pep talk about a moth that burns down its tiny house and finally learns to fly. Then Lark takes a call from the brothers. The next challenge is all about performance and pure star power. By the end of it, the whole field has to shrink down to a final 5. The second challenge is a massive dance number, and Callie leads it from the front. Miss the moves, feel a tap on your shoulder, and you are instantly out. No second chances. The floor fills up fast, and Maddie immediately starts playing dirty. She keeps crossing the other dancers on purpose, trying to knock everyone off their rhythm. But Maddie pushes it way too far. She stops dancing to shove Sage, and the entire room sees her do it. So the self-crowned queen of camp gets eliminated on the spot. And just like that, there were 5. Sage, Daisy, Rosie, Cliff, and Fletch are officially the final 5. The real competition starts right now. Callie still will not admit Daisy is cute. She only agrees he is not cute. Their dance lessons are quietly getting a lot more fun. With his shaky dance moves exposed, Daisy finally swallows his pride. He quietly asks Callie for secret lessons, so the boy who refused to compete is suddenly all the way in.
D'accordo? Grazie.
Io non molto, magari. Darmi qualche lezione.
Fare?
Ti prego, non farmelo ripetere.
Quindi parteciperai alla...
Poor Lark, meanwhile, is stuck refereeing 3 grown men who refuse to talk to each other directly. She is producing an entire festival on a tiny camp budget. She has more than earned that raise. Later, Sage learns the truth behind Fletch's tough guy reputation. His mom passed away in the spring. Now a judge is deciding where he will live next. The whole bad boy act is just armor, but Maddie is far from finished. She lures the final 5 to a fake styling session, quietly plotting her revenge. Her nervous sidekick just tags along for the ride. Inside, the 5 find all their gear completely trashed. Maddie has even buried Rosie's beloved cello under a thick pile of glitter and glue. That was a very big mistake. That is the final straw. Cliff launches the paint, and the whole room explodes into a wild, glittery color war. It is total, joyful chaos. Connie forces Maddie's parents to replace everything they ruined. But Lark is not impressed with the 5 either. This kind of chaos would never survive a single night on a real tour. So the third and final challenge turns out to be the strangest one yet. There is no song and no dance, just a battered old camp bus, parked and waiting. Watching from the shadows, Maddie cooks up one last scheme. If she can leak a secret video of the 5 singing, every one of them gets disqualified for good. The final challenge is pure survival. 24 hours living on that camp bus, with nobody allowed to step off, just to prove they can handle real life on the road.
Dovremmo dormire sul pullman.
Sì?
La mia final jam è tra 2 giorni.
Parati qui? Perché non parliamo solo di musica. Si deve
La sfida è solo stare seduti qui.
non stare seduti, stare qui.
There is a tiny bathroom, a lot of snoring, and absolutely no privacy. Lark says this is exactly what touring really feels like. Learn to survive in here, or you will never survive out there. Meanwhile, Maddie sends her sidekick to sneak into Connie's office and grab that hidden phone. Karma, she says, just needs one good little push. Cliff, of course, somehow sleeps like a baby through the whole ordeal. Rosie may or may not have tried to make him stop snoring. She swears it was only a little bit. On the bus, all the walls slowly come down. Rosie finally confesses her real fear. Going home means shrinking right back into her old, quiet, invisible self. Even Sage admits her own secret fear. If she wins, it stops being about the music she loves and becomes about being good enough for a superstar band. That truth surprises everyone, including her. One by one, each of them shares what truly scares them. And somewhere inside that cramped little bus, 5 rivals quietly turn into something that feels a lot like a family. Fletch and Sage drift closer under a sky full of stars. He finally trusts her with a real secret. He never actually turned in his phone at the start of camp. Sage promises to keep his secret safe. So now she is holding the one thing that could get every single one of them thrown out of the competition. And she does not tell a soul.
Sono felice che ti abbiano lasciato il telefono.
Non mi hanno esattamente lasciato il telefono. Non me l'ha chiesto. Ti prego, non farlo. Non dirlo a...
When Sage shivers in the cold, Fletch quietly hands her his jacket. It is a tiny gesture, but between these two, it clearly means everything. Sage asks why Fletch always sings with his eyes shut. He admits it is easier than watching people leave when the song ends. She gently wonders if a real connection is worth the risk. When the 24 hours finally end, something surprising hits them. They are actually going to miss that bus. So they make a pact, right there, to stay a band no matter what comes next. Connie hands Sage an old notebook that once belonged to a camp rock legend named Mitchie. Writing in it helped Mitchie figure herself out long ago. Now it is Sage's turn to fill the pages. Sage and Daisy finally clear the air for real. He admits he missed his sister even more than he missed his bandmate. So the two of them agree to start their band all over again. They celebrate the only way they know how, jamming together like the old days. For a moment, it feels like nothing ever broke between them. But a storm is already rolling in. Then everything cracks wide open. A video of the five singing on the bus has gone viral overnight. Connect 3 wanted the whole competition kept secret, and now the brothers are furious.
Sedetevi. So che uno di voi ha un cellulare.
Connie calls the final 5 into her office. Someone clearly broke the no-phone rule. And just like that, the entire competition is hanging by a single thread. Lark turns straight to Fletch and quietly says, just tell them. But Sage panics. To protect her one shot, she blurts out that Fletch has a phone. The whole room goes cold. In a single breath, she has traded her friend for the competition. Fletch quietly takes the blame, even though the leak was never his doing. So the boy already fighting just to keep a home now looks like the villain of the whole camp. Daisy finds his sister and does not hold back. She chose the competition over Fletch. He says, exactly the way she once chose her fancy school over her own brother. That lands hard, and Sage finally sees it clearly. For the very first time in her life, it is not the music she keeps thinking about. It is the people she might be losing. Off at the lake, the brothers reconnect in their own way, arguing over Jason naming his kid Lennon McCartney. Then they shove each other into the water. Somehow, that is real brotherly love. So Sage swallows her pride and finds Fletch. She owns her mistake completely. She should have believed in him, and she tells him so straight to his face. Then the real truth finally surfaces. Connie traces the leak, and the video came straight from Maddie's own account. So Fletch is fully cleared, and all 5 are back in the game. The night of final jam arrives, and there is a beautiful surprise waiting. Mitchie herself comes back to watch, taking one rare night off the tour. Camp Rock still feels like home to her. Lark takes the stage as the MC. One by one, the final 5 will each perform an original song. And Connect 3 will be watching from the crowd, ready to finally choose.
E probabilmente siete stati eliminati da lei. Un applauso per la vostra presenza.
Andiamo!
Quando dico final, voi dite jam. Final. Jam!
Cliff goes first and lets his drumsticks fly. His song is a loud, proud anthem about refusing to fit in. He owns every strange, wonderful thing that makes him him. Then quiet, careful Rosie walks out with her cello. And she does not just play it politely. She turns that cello into a flame and sets the entire stage on fire. Daisy follows, the same boy who could not dance a few weeks ago. Now he commands the whole stage like he was born on it. Callie watches from the side, quietly proud. Fletch performs the very song he first wrote for Sage. And for the first time in his life, he sings with his eyes wide open, finally connecting with the whole crowd. Finally, Sage steps up last, with absolutely everything on the line. This is the exact moment she has chased her entire life. The whole camp holds its breath, but she does not sing about winning at all. She turns to her 4 friends and tells the crowd the honest truth. They are the real reason she came to Camp Rock this summer. Her song lets go of the trophy completely, so she pours out her whole heart and simply gives the competition away. For Sage, winning was never really the point. High up in the back, Maddie realizes her leaked video changed absolutely nothing. Her big scheme just quietly falls apart in front of her. So much for karma. Now Connect 3 face an impossible choice. Picking just one of these 5 feels like telling the other 4 they were not good enough. And everyone can see that is simply not true.
Cordo. Non esiste.
Ciao ragazzi.
Sei ancora in tour.
Pensavate che me la sarei stata la migliore Final Jam mai vista? Sono stati tutti incredibili.
Mitchie helps the brothers finally see what really happened tonight. The magic was never about one single voice. It was about all 5 of them, together, lifting each other up. So Shane steps forward with the answer nobody expects. They will not crown a single winner. Instead, they choose all 5, as one band, to open the entire tour. The whole camp absolutely erupts. 5 rivals just became one dream. The whole camp breaks into one last song together, everyone dancing as one. Even Connie and Lark cannot help but grin. 5 strangers who could barely stand each other are now a real band and a real family, already planning to come back next summer. So here is my question for you. If you had just one shot to open for your favorite band, would you grab that spotlight all alone, or would you share it with your friends? Tell me down in the comments.